Alexander Usyk versus Anthony Joshua post-fight reaction, knuckleheads. I know I'm a little bit late on this, and I also want to apologize. You haven't been hearing a lot of my opinions lately because, of course, we're busy getting ready for these Fighters Rep events. But I do assure you guys that you will see more of me on the channel giving my opinions on things happening in the fight game. But first, I just wanted to give you guys my reaction to the Usyk versus Joshua fight. I didn't put out my prediction on this channel, but somebody did ask me for my prediction. An admin on this page, actually, Marco Martinez, good friend of ours, guy who's helping us build Fighters Rep. And, he asked me, what do you think of Usyk? Does he have a chance? And I said, absolutely he has a chance. And I said, Anthony Joshua's got huge balls for even taking this fight. And, that's something I admire about Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn. They're not afraid to get in these fights or put their guys in these fights, in the case of Eddie Hearn, where they could lose. And that's something I really admire, because I'm not into manufactured records, as you guys know on this channel. So, my prediction to Marco was I thought Anthony Joshua would win the fight by decision, and it would be a close decision. It ended up winning, it ended up being that Usyk won the fight by decision, and it wasn't really that close of a decision. I thought Usyk kind of dominated the fight. The beginning of the fight was Usyk's. The middle, maybe 3 rounds were for Joshua. And then Usyk just took over, in the latter portion of the fight. My reaction is essentially, that I always pick the skills guy, right? I always pick the guy with the better skills in fights like this, because I do believe skills pay the bills. The only reason I go against guys with skills is when I feel like they're at some sort of disadvantage when it comes to maybe, some intangible or attribute or something else. And in this fight, I felt like Joshua was going to be too big, too strong for Usyk. We saw the way Chisora sort of bullied Usyk, and I felt like if Joshua did that, he could have won this fight, and I maintained that. That being said, Usyk did have time to sort of develop into the heavyweight he is now. He did have that experience with Chisora. The guy's a brilliant boxer and tactician, and there's no doubt that he prepared his mind and body for a very rough fight. And, as you can see, he also has a little power himself. I think it's a bit unfair to say Usyk has no power, which I've been hearing a lot. I do think he's got enough power to keep you honest and maybe even finish guys if he sits down on his punches. We saw him really hurt Anthony Joshua in that fight. So my reaction essentially is, Usyk is just brilliant, man. He's just a brilliant guy. He's just a great boxer, following the footsteps of the great Evander Holyfield. Unify the cruiserweight division. Now, essentially, one step away from unifying the heavyweight division. All he would have to do, and it's a huge order, is beat Tyson Fury. That's assuming he gets by Anthony Joshua again. Now, will he get by Anthony Joshua again? I really think he would. I think Anthony Joshua can beat Usyk. I think, though, he is going to have to push the pace and use his size and use his power. You can't sit there and box with this guy. This guy is like the cruiserweight, Lomachenko or Mayweather. You can't box with these guys. You have to beat them up, right? So I think that's going to be AJ's only chance. Do I think he's going to do it after watching this fight? I don't. Again, I thought Usyk wasn't ready. I thought AJ was going to be too much. The only thing that had me hesitate, right? A lot of people thought AJ was going to finish Usyk in this fight. The only reason I didn't say that and I thought it would be a decision is because ever since the first, and I've said this on this channel, ever since the first Andy Ruiz fight, Anthony Joshua has changed, right? He went from this, come forward, boxer, puncher, imposing his will sort of guy to a much more timid fighter. In the Pulev fight, we saw him open up a little bit at times, but I felt like it was a bit of a disappointing performance because I thought he could go forward a bit more and get Pulev out of there sooner. Nonetheless, he got him out of there. But, he just seems more timid. And going in there against a guy like Alexander Usyk, you can't be in the process of finding yourself. You can't be learning on the job. This is a guy who is an absolute expert. You know, this guy's a rocket scientist in boxing, essentially. This guy's a beast. So that's kind of why I didn't think it was going to be a finish. I thought it would be a decision. I was wrong. I thought AJ would pull it off. And, you know, Usyk did the business in front of 70,000 people, whatever it was. I think Usyk wins the rematch. But, you know, knuckleheads, I want to know who you guys think wins the rematch. And I want your thoughts on this fight in the comments below. After you do that, like, subscribe, and join the channel, because unless you're buying a ticket at FightersRep.com or in the link below, that's the only way you're going to get to watch Fighters Rep 11 right here on our screen. The last event, you guys, was absolutely nuts and a sellout. I have no doubt this one will be the same. Another fantastic event. Look at this lineup. You know, just some absolute killers on this card, including Gabriel Silva, as you see there on the bottom, Anderson Silva's son. We got another one of Anderson Silva's kids, and Khalil making a comeback. Roman Puga, Mikey Shaw, you know, Smith versus Bracken in the main event, Pacheco versus Wynn. You know, definitely check it out. If you want to support the channel, just join. It's just $9.99 a month. Help me continue to build the only and the best kickboxing promotion with a pro license in the state of California. Also, please subscribe, and if you want to support in another way, get your fighters merchandise, also in the link below. Anything you guys do helps. It's a lot of work doing this. I look forward to seeing you guys at the event or hearing from you guys in the comments below.